Ladies and gentlemen, having another sucky day. I'm about to get to a point where my quotas change. I've mentioned it many times on this channel. I have a quota between videos and blog posts. I have a weekly quota, and that quota up until I'm very behind. Up until about 3 months ago was 126. As I film this, I might point this out. And I'm finally caught up to 3 months ago, where the quota jumps to 266. Why? Because that's the day that we have 500 days until the end of Windows 10, and I want to use up or push my computers to the point where they're not. I want to push my computers as hard as I can before I have to discard them, in the hopes that I can actually make some money from my YouTube and blogs and buy more computers. So as I said, I'm behind, and I have a file folder. One file for every unit, every blog post, and every video goes into that folder. If it's a YouTube video, normally it's... Yes, there's a cat crying. She's nursing with her mother. For a blog post, it's the graphic from the blog post. Sorry about that. The kittens can get competitive and they cry when they're not getting to the nipple there. And cat husbandry is not a fun business, particularly when you're me. Anyway, so yes, as I say, for every week I have a quota, and to fill that quota of production, I have a file full. Maybe I should start over. Every week I have a quota, and for every to fill that quota, I check the number of files in my file folder for that week. And for a blog post, the graphic from the blog post goes in the file folder, and for YouTube Shorts, the whole video goes into the file folder. And then for long form videos like this one, the graphic that appears behind me will get a specialized name, and it will be put in the folder until that folder reaches the number of files necessary to complete. And as I say, I'm very behind, but I'm getting to the point where the quota has to go up. I'm working on the last folder, which would run 126, and the next folder will run 266. This is not helped by the fact that I have cats that are constantly making noise. There's construction going on across the street. And I mean, here's the thing, is that one of the things that I probably shouldn't do is focus on one YouTube channel like this one. I mean, if you check, this YouTube channel is probably putting out 3 shorts a day. Those shorts would be old entries from my blog. Richard reviews everything that I've read the blog aloud. I've put the graphic into the video, and that's what happens. And it's like, yes, just I could keep making those all day, because we people are molial, and we get into, well, I'm producing this, so let me keep producing this. One of the problems with that, of course, is that, one, it means that only one of my YouTube channels would be producing that content. So you always have to create this balance, you know. And the reason for that is that every one of my channels that is producing shorts or producing some kind of content is gaining subscribers very slowly. So assume for a moment you need to fill a jug. Producing YouTube shorts is like poking a hole in whatever's going to drain into the jug. And doing so, you know, it's like, yeah, that hole keeps getting plugged up and you have to keep poking it. It's much like, you know, you've certainly played those video games where you've got to do something and it takes like, I remember there was one video game where you had to mill grain. And you could, you know, have it mill 3 grains and then it would stop and it would take 5 minutes for each grain. Well, YouTube is kind of like that. It's great that this is happening because it's illustrating part of the problem. I just had a kitten who, instead of crawling up to mom and drinking milk, it crawled on top of mom. And there it goes again. It's crawled on top of mom again. Kitten logistics. Once again, you see the problem. See the problem? There's a fly on my glass. Get off. I may as well remind you folks at this point that for every 1,000 subscribers, I got to do purchase one of these bracelets from 4Ocean. 4Ocean pulls a pound of trash out of the ocean every time I do that. Oh. I don't know if this is going to be strong enough. You know, this is the thing. As I was saying, every day I don't post YouTube shorts on any particular channel is a day that channel doesn't grow. All right? And even if I do post shorts, the channel may still not grow because I'm still experimenting. What I'm actually doing, like my phone here, I used to make shorts on my phone. You can find some of those shorts on this channel. I was doing This Day in History, and I was doing Snoop's Debunking, and I was doing all that kinds of stuff, right? So now on this channel, I have a different and pretty much infinite amount of shorts. So I don't do the debunking stuff on this channel anymore, and I don't do This Day in History. So I moved that to another channel. But the format for that video involves filming it on my phone as opposed to filming it on my big camera. And filming it on my phone means this particular phone, for some reason it doesn't like the connection, the hard connection to my computer. It wants to go through Drive. So what I wind up having to do, you know, I pull out my phone and I enter the phone and I go into the app and I have to share my photographs or my videos with Drive. And that can take time. So essentially what I have to do with those videos, they become a bottleneck. And I have to make those videos, I generally make 3 of them, share all 3 of them, and then 3 of them they'll go into Drive. I will then download them to my computer, and once I've downloaded them to my computer, I will process them, I will delete them from the phone, I will delete them from Drive, and start the process again. So I can't focus, I have to continually make different videos in different formats in order to get ahead. And you could say, well, why don't you just make the stuff for tomorrow? Really simply, it happened to me today, in fact, that the videos I was posting today didn't get made until just after midnight because I was just feeling too depressed. So if I do that, oh, for heaven's sake, it is going to take a long time to edit this video. Fortunately, I did find out that this particular camera can um, take video up to almost half an hour. But yeah, you know, it's just want to make a video, and if it weren't for the fact that I've already poured my drink, I would have to call this, I would normally call this a scratch, because obviously, it's not working here. What I'm doing is not working. I'm having this really tough time just getting things done. I forgot actually why. I know I was talking about the fact that I'm having a crummy day, and that my quota is becoming more, what I'm doing, the amount of videos I'm making needs to go up, because I've reached the point where I have higher quotas per week. And I mean, this is how difficult it can be to make a video. Like, I just made a video, and it's like I found all the stuff to make the video, photographs of what it was online, and I was debunking something, and then one of my cats decides she has to start eating next to my computer. And I don't know why she won't go anywhere but by my computer to eat, but that's part of her thing. She refuses to go anywhere beyond my computer. So that's what she does. And it's like munch, 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 munch. I have to wait till she's done. Okay? And then it's like I should have waited till these kittens were done, but they started making noise after I had poured the drink. So I lose the drink. And I mean, that's not a big deal. I've got more drinks here. But that it's kind of defeats the purpose of this format is, once you pour that drink, once you pop a bottle top or put something into the ice, that's it. You have committed. That's part of the reason for doing that. I mean, you could look at me, you could see that my shirt's not as clean as it should be. I clearly need a shave. Okay, I should really shower right now. And, I could tell you that logistically speaking, I still need to pull out more computers. I need to have the computer I render on, the computer I do these shorts on, and then the computer I do the other shorts on. And it's just, all of these things need to come together, and it's such a difficult process. And insect, that's not a normal fly. It's like a fruit fly or something, but what of my root beer? I guess the point I'm making is YouTube is hard. And I mean, you could turn to me and say, well, why don't you just not deal with your 6 YouTube channels? Just deal with 1 or 2. And the answer is, well, because it's the constant posting that gets these videos to grow. And they grow slowly. So unless it's a snowball effect and they start growing very fast at some point, you need to just keep going and going and going in order to just get that done, And it's like, yeah, if I could go back to 4 years from now with all the knowledge I currently have and say, all right, I'm going to start doing a YouTube short. I don't know if they had YouTube shorts 4 years ago, but they've had them for a couple of years now. If I could go back to when they first started doing YouTube shorts, and start doing these YouTube shorts at the rate I'm doing them now, well, my YouTube channels may be making me money at this point, And I'll say this much: it's really great if your YouTube channels give you some kind of an amount back, because the budget is very small. YouTube is what we refer to as a low overhead process, which means you can't have a lot of staff running around if you're not big. If you're someone like me, you've got to do everything yourself. You're a one-man show. And it's like, all of my YouTubes, all my 6 YouTube channels, and all of my 6 blogs in 1 month have not made enough money to buy this bottle of rum. All right? And that's, they make more money than they did last year, a little bit, not by much. And theoretically, every year they make a little bit more, and a little bit more, and a little bit more. But that's just it, is that they never make enough to cover themselves. It's like, with my channel where I review movies and such, I don't bring home enough for even one movie ticket in a month, easily. And that changes. I mean, it's like, yeah, I'm bringing home more this month than last month, but, that's still not very much. And even if all of my YouTube channels were bringing that much in, okay, I'd have enough to buy, maybe 4 movie tickets, maybe 5. It's at that low level. So this is a very, very frustrating format, because it's really hard to make money and it's easy to spend money. I mean, it's like you look at even this this bottle of root beer here. That bottle of root beer, I think, cost me like $1.25. And it's like, yeah, I'll make that back on YouTube, but not off one video. So yeah, okay. Point I need to make is I'm frustrated, I'm tired, and I've got to work even harder than I was working yesterday. I don't know. It's all a big mess, like this video. But something... Let's hope that all of my cats get adopted, and I have less of a problem in the future, and that this nightmare will be over soon. Alrighty. Now I can tell that my cats are crying again. I'll go take care of that. I'm Richard.
Danger Ducky says it would be sweet as a cupcake if you would comment, like, and subscribe.